Hi, I'm Jordan. Welcome. We're going to be going over Lynda today. It is a popular expert-led video learning database. So it's full of videos, educational videos. It's basically a library of videos, an online library of videos that you can watch and learn about such a huge variety of topics. So I'm going to show you how to access it through our Bowen Library website, how to access it in an app as well. And then I'm going to show you how to browse, how to search within the database, and then how to use the courses, so how to go through a course, how that works, and then also how to even get certificates with the end of the course, and also some special features like how to change the speed and how to take notes. So just some ins and outs of what the whole database library looks like and how to work it. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. So I'll go and do that now. I'm going to start from the Bowen Island Public Library website, and if you want to follow along, you can. Otherwise, we'll have time in the workshop later to go through it more specifically. So this is, can you all see my screen, hopefully? This is the Bowen Island Public Library website. You might have been here before. If not, that's okay too. So just bowenlibrary.ca. Maybe you've looked for books before. That's where this top search bars for. Otherwise, today we're going to be going into online resources. So on the blue bar, online resources is the third one in. And there's a few different ways you can get to Lynda. If you scroll down, you can see it says video courses lynda.com. So quick push there will go. Otherwise, you can always look through our complete list of electronic resources. So I'll click on that. And this is everything if you ever want to explore more, if you're feeling confident after this and you want to look at other ones. Lynda.com is just listed, it's alphabetically, and we can click on the link there. And this is going to bring me right to the Lynda website. The difference would be if you just typed in lynda.com, it's going to ask you to sign in and have an actual account, a paid account. But if you're signing in through the library, it's going to bring you to this login, which asks you to enter your library card number and your PIN. And it's going to give you free access to everything. And it also is going to give you that privacy. You don't have to sign in with the email address. You don't have to sign in with social media. All you need is putting in your library card number. So it really gives you that privacy and makes it free, which is great. So your library card number is on the back of your library card if you have one. If you don't have one because either you lost it or you haven't signed up yet, feel free to give us a call or stop by the library. We can help you get your card number, get a new card, or sign up for the first time. You can also sign up online through the Bowen Library website as well. And your library card PIN is usually just the last 4 numbers in your phone number. If that's not working for you, we can also help you reset it. So again, just let us know at the library if you're having any issues with either one of these. So just your card number, your PIN, and you can log in. And this is Lynda. So this is the homepage of Lynda. You can just, we'll go over kind of what we're seeing here. So in the top left, you can always hit lynda.com. And you can see it says from LinkedIn. So a bit of background on that. Lynda was founded in 1995, so it's been around for a while. But it was acquired in 2015 by LinkedIn. So now it's connected with LinkedIn. If you were signing up just without the library, you would have to really connect it with your LinkedIn account. You might also see that there's a thing called LinkedIn Learning. So that is, again, a connection with LinkedIn. But if you're through the library website, we can do this all for free without having to sign in with LinkedIn. We're just getting all the same resources. And then also just for background, LinkedIn was bought by Microsoft in 2016. So just kind of understanding where we are and what we're using. But again, we have that privacy through the library, which is really nice. So this is the homepage. You can see quickly, we see popular learning paths. I've logged in before, so you can see it says, "Hi, Jordan." Otherwise, you can go to your profile and enter in. If you want to include more information, you can. Otherwise, you can just leave it as your name. And what's nice about having your name in there is if you like the certificates you get, it'll have your name on there. So it'll say, "Jordan Cert completed this course." So that's what's nice about having the name. And also you can see if you want to start personalizing it more, the My Interest section if you think you're going to be browsing this a lot, or maybe just really working towards some personal goals, you can kind of browse what they have and choose what things you're interested in. So I was really interested in web and developing apps and learning more about, e-commerce and web design. So I ticked these boxes as my interests, as well as Excel and Python, some things I want to learn about, and I saved those. So these are my interests, which are going to create recommendations for me. So that is, again, within your profile, some things you can add. You can always add more email and news options if you want to get notifications. I did add my email address on there, just so I will get updates on certain things, but you don't have to. Going back to the front page, so because I added in interests that I have, I'm going to get recommendations as well. So some of this homepage is tailored to my specific interests, and because I've watched videos, it's kind of tailored to me. And once you start using it more, you're going to get more things directed at you personally and what you've looked at. So this top left is continue watching. So if you've been watching videos, it'll tell you where to jump back into. And what's nice about this is it is based on your login. So if you're logging in from your phone on an app at one point and then going to your work computer later, it's going to remember where you are within a video and within a course. So it's nice that it kind of saves that progress for you. You don't have to remember. We also have playlists, which I'll show you how to add to as well. Another way to kind of tailor what you want to watch and maybe remind yourself what you want to be looking into. Learning paths are one way of looking through videos. If you have an overall goal of, I want to learn this, I want to completely learn how to be a web designer, we can go into learning paths, which is a group of courses. Otherwise, we can explore specific courses. So down here we have, there's new, and you can decide if there's a specific area you want to look at. Otherwise, there's popular videos. Again, this is just browsing. So browsing would be if I maybe don't know specifically what I want, I'm just exploring the website. So I'm looking through just different options that are there. The recommended ones are, again, what I've shown I have an interest in by showing my interest in my profile, or if I've started watching videos, it's going to start recommending different things for me. And what you can see here when there's a video is there's the option to click and preview or watch now. It tells you the title of it, tells you who the instructor is. Every video has a different instructor. Some instructors will lead a whole group of videos. So you can see this Chris Notter led all of these different courses. Otherwise, there's other instructors and they're experts in their field that have come up with this course. So if you really like one instructor, you can watch everything they have. Or maybe there's just different teaching styles that you really enjoy. There's a quick explanation of what the video is, what the course is, how long it is. So it's a 2-hour course, and it's beginner level, which is nice if you're just starting off somewhere. Also, if you're interested in how many views there is, how many people are learning about Python right now. So you can watch this now or preview it. You can also, again, to tailor this more to what you're interested in, if you're like, oh, I don't want this on my homepage, you can tick not interested and it will remove this from the recommendations and from what it's showing you. And popular learning paths, we can click on one if we want to, or see all. So there's different levels within Lynda. There's just a video, so they have lots of short videos, and those are put together to create a course of videos. And then there's courses that are put together to create a learning path. So if I'm interested in 2D animation, this learning path is going to be 9 hours of video tutorials. And you can see all the different courses they have combined here, kind of putting together, these are all the things you want to know if you're interested in 2D animation, which is nice. Instead of you kind of compiling courses together, it's done that for you. So learning path is kind of a group of courses. Otherwise, we can look specifically for individual courses. So there's lots of different ways to explore and browse within this. Another way to browse is by clicking the library and just hovering over it. It brings up all the different kind of subject headings. So these are the different subjects and then the topics within there. So you can see they have the different topics. If I know one topic I want to look at, or maybe I want specifically to learn about a different software, like I just really want to learn about YouTube, not specifically what to do with YouTube, I just want to know more about YouTube. Or maybe I have a learning path, I have a big overall goal I want. So it kind of breaks it up into different areas of what you might be wanting to learn about. And if you click on the library at the top, it actually shows you a full list of everything they have and the amount of courses underneath that topic. So again, lots of ways to browse. If I was interested in Photoshop, I could go to P and then see what they have in Photoshop, or just photography, and go from there. Or I can search. So instead of browsing, it's searching. So we can use the search bar. And if I know I'm interested in photography, I can type that in. It'll bring me some options if I want, or I can just hit search. And this is pulling up results for my search. So it's giving me specifically videos and courses based around photography. And then on the left, you can see the different topics it's going into. Or maybe I'm like, oh, actually I wanted Photoshop, more specific search. So this is bringing up Photoshop, and I can use these filters on the left to even filter my results further. So maybe I want just courses on Photoshop. So again, videos are in courses, courses are in learning paths, and I want beginner. I'm very new to Photoshop. So now it's going to filter those results to say, here's some courses at a beginner level about specifically Photoshop. And that's one way to search rather than browse. And also, once you find one, you can always see more related courses. So the learning path kind of combines all the different courses together to give you an idea of what you should know for a specific goal. Otherwise, once you're in a video or once you find a video, it'll keep recommending videos for you to kind of work through learning about a process or a topic or a software. So that is a bit of browsing and searching. If you are searching or if you are learning about a software like Photoshop, you will need to have that software yourself. It's going to show you all about it, but it's not going to give you access to that software. It'll just show you videos of how to use it. So you would probably want to have that first before you start into it. Same with other softwares like Excel and Microsoft Office Suite. You might want to have those and then watch videos because it's not going to give you access to those. We go back to the main page. So I've been watching some videos about Photoshop, or maybe I want to decide I want to become a photographer. It's 19 hours of video tutorials, so I'm going to start at the beginning. So you can click on the preview if you want to learn a bit more, or I can just start that path. So this is now what a course looks like. So this is what it looks like when you click on any of these. Now I'm in a course, and you can see the courses are broken up by chapters. So there's the different chapters there, and then each chapter has different videos within there, so different lessons. So these are the videos themselves. They're compiled together to make a course. And the reason they're broken up is if you become really an expert at photography later on, if you're looking for a really specific answer to a question, you don't have to watch the entire course. You can say, oh, what I really wanted was to know about retouching, and you'll be able to just go specifically to retouching, and it would bring you right to that section. So it breaks the course into smaller snippets, which makes it easier for you to watch and go through. You don't have to watch the entire 2 hours right away. I can start with just each video on its own. So to give you an idea, let's just click play. So just a video, kind of like YouTube setup. So you have the play, and you can, skip back a few seconds if you need to, or go to the next video, because again, they're all in order. Otherwise, it'll just play through all of the videos. I can also change the speed. So there's lots of different instructors, and maybe they talk at different rates. Some that might be too fast for you, some that might be too slow. So you can change the speed of how they're talking if I want it to go slower. Or maybe I just am trying to get through this really quickly. I can skip it. Or I can leave them at the base, just the normal speed. I can also do closed captions. here, so I can see what he's saying as he says it. Otherwise, if you don't like the closed captions, below is the transcript, which will highlight as he's talking as well. So you can read along with him as he is reading, which is nice if you're more of a visual reading learner. It also highlights lightly where he's talking, and you can click on a specific sentence and it jumps to that. So if you're reading through and you go, oh, I wanted to hear this part, you can just skip right to it. And you also have other settings if you want to increase the video quality or pop up the video if you need it to move to a specific place if you're taking notes somewhere. Up on the top, you can change the layout of it. So right now I see the course contents on the left, videos on the right. If I did the layout, the videos on top, and the transcript overview and the course contents are below. So depends how you kind of want the setup of it. You can change it. You can also add this to a playlist. So I was talking before about playlists. If I want to add it to a playlist, maybe to come back to it later, or maybe I'm like, this is all the photography videos I want to watch. I don't have time right now, but I want to remember it. I can save it. And I can save this specific video, so this intro video I'm watching, or I can save the whole course. I want to save the course. I can also share it. Again, this is if you want to be connecting it to any social media. You can do that if you want to. Otherwise, you can just copy the link if you want to share it with someone. Our organization is Bowen Library, so that would be sharing it with anyone who has access to Lynda through the library, because again, this is a paid library database. But if we're going back to the video, so with the transcript, you also have an option of reading an overview. This is who the instructor is. I can click on him and look at more videos of his, more introduction of what he does and what he's like. I can read about what this course is. And again, I know how long this course takes for me to go through. It also gives me some subjects if I want to search further within these areas. I really like this area. This would be where I'm learning more about, or some suggested videos below. It also has the option of view offline. So if you're on a device that you want to take somewhere where you don't have Wi-Fi, you can download the video or the course and then watch it later without Wi-Fi. So that's a nice option if maybe you're getting on the ferry and you want something to watch while you're on the ferry, or going for a hike and wanting to learn about photography at the same time. As we're going through the courses, you can see it has the title of each one, how long they are, and it'll have a little eye symbol once I've watched it. And it'll go through, so it'll let me know how far along I am into it. It also lets you bookmark. If I want to come back to this specific video later, it'll save this and I can show you where all your bookmarks are. And like I showed you before, you can search within this course. If I know I want to learn one specific aspect of photography or Photoshop, in other videos, you can search within the course to see if it'll tell you what you need. There's also the notebook. So I can type and say, this is whatever you need to tell yourself. Maybe you want to remind yourself to come back to this, or you want to be typing notes as you learn. You can type notes, it'll save it. It'll actually let you, if you put a note, it'll remind you to go back right to that exact moment you took the note. So if I'm, I've jumped down to other videos and now I want to come back to that, oh, where was that note I wrote? I liked that part specifically. It'll jump you right back to that part of that video. You can also export all your notes. So if you're taking notes through the entire course, you can export them to a Word document, PDF, and then have your notes as well. So instead of taking them in a separate document or writing them, you can write them right within Lynda and have them all saved for you. Once you go through the whole course, you will get a certificate. So I can show you what it looks like in the courses I've completed. So if I was looking before at UX design and Illustrator, I went through it all, so you can see I watched every video. And what's different about this one is it'll give me the certificate, which I'll show you because I've watched it all, and it tells me I've watched it all. But a lot of the videos also with the overview, transcript, view offline have exercise files. So I was looking at more of a specific software I wanted to learn about and specific technology I wanted to learn about. It has exercise that I can follow along with the video. Again, if you're looking at Photoshop or some specific software, you might need to have that software in order to do the exercise along with it. But you can download this and follow along on your computer as you're watching the videos. But I have watched this one and before, and once you complete all of them, so you have all the videos have been watched, you have a certificate available to you. And we're going to go back to this Hi Jordan in the top right. And there's a certificate section. And it tells me when I completed it, what I completed, what the course was, and I can view and print it if I want to. Maybe I want to save them all on my desktop, or I'm just really proud of this one specific one I did. I want to print that one off. It's just telling me what I learned and kind of just giving me a little proof that I learned it. Otherwise, it does give you the option to share. And this would be, again, if you're connecting it with your social media account. So if you do have LinkedIn and you want to add this to your profile, you're trying to get a job and you want to say, hey, I know UX design or I know Photoshop, you could connect it and add it to your profile if that's something you want to do. That's an option. So again, I'm up here in the profile settings and just kind of give you a view of what we have. So we have the certificates here. Remember, I bookmarked that one video, so this is where you would find it. It's under bookmarks, or once you're in, you can click the top and hit bookmarks. And this is bringing me to all the different videos that I liked this video, I want to come back to it, and it kind of gives me an idea of what they're about. So all the ones I've been interested in are about UX design, so that's user experience design on websites. Just another way to kind of tailor your experience on Lynda and remind yourself what to come back to. There's also the recommended videos again, so based on what you've been watching or the interests that you put in, if you kind of want to browse and see what Lynda is telling you you should learn about within the same fields that you're interested in. So more if you're interested in expanding your education and professional development versus learning one specific topic. It also gives you a course history, which is really great if you're wanting to remember kind of what you've gone through as well as what you finished. So you can see here, I've finished these, it says view certificate. Otherwise, these other ones I'm just still going through, so I haven't finished watching them. And I can also, if the history gets too big, you're watching so many videos, you can kind of rely more on playlists to remind yourself what you want to watch or maybe what you want to come back to. You can add that to a playlist. So I did create that playlist and added a video to it, and this is where it is. I can add new playlists or just have one giant one. And it shows you the progress of it, which is really nice as well within your playlist. So that's all in the top right under my profile, the different options you have. If I'm going back to Lynda, just the main page. That same recommended is there, and this is kind of continue watching. This is your history as well. So you're going to find a lot of the same aspects in different areas of the website. So there's not one way to go through Lynda. There's a lot to learn, a lot to explore and browse. So kind of just finding the way you want to use it and going from there. And there's lots to learn. Like, it's not just professional development. There's also some personal aspects to it too. So maybe I'm wanting to, talk about, I'm really nervous public speaking. It's not just technology based, not just software based. There is a lot of other areas that you can learn about. So overcoming your fear of public speaking, that's exactly what I need. So maybe I'm not trying to get a certificate to show on LinkedIn that I know how to do something. Maybe I just need something to really help myself kind of get past it, my fear or just some personal growth. So you get used to kind of the setup here, but you're not going to see the exercises because it's just about public speaking. And then it will suggest more within that kind of area if you want to keep delving into one specific area. And just going through, maybe I just need to know how to prepare myself mentally. I don't need to watch the whole course. I can just specifically choose one video and jump to that. And again, everything has different instructors, and I can read it if I want to, or just watch the video and move on. So this is the online, a very quick overview of Lynda as a browser, so as lynda.com, signing in through the library. I'm going to show you just quickly how to also, if you're on your phone or a tablet, if you prefer to use the app. So I'm going to share that quickly. So just like any other app, this is a iPad, so there's the App Store, or if you have a Samsung or something else, you can use the Play Store. So I'm just looking for an app and typing in Lynda, which I've already done. It brings up my results, and just the one here on the top right, lynda.com, that's the one we want. So once you have it downloaded, you'll see the little Lynda, the yellow one in the middle. You can open that app. So this is what it looks like if you've never signed in before. I just downloaded the app. This is what it has available to me. So how do I sign in? So this is a bit of a more difficult process because you're not going through the library website. It wants you to get LinkedIn Learning or sign in through a paid account. You don't have a paid account, you have a library account. So you're not going to have to pay for it, but you are already a Lynda member if you've already put in your library card. If you have a library card, you're already a Lynda member. So I'm going to choose that right option, already a Lynda member. And here you're seeing, again, it really wants you to create a username and password or sign in with LinkedIn. Don't need to do either one of those. You'll see at the top it says individual or organization. We are an organization. We're the library. So we're going to choose organization tab at the top, and then you're going to see the one that says web portal. So enter your organization's URL to log in through their portal. So you would type in our website, so bowenlibrary.ca, and log in. And now you see we're back onto, it looks like the same page we signed in before, and you can enter in your library card number and your PIN, and then open the app. So logging in through our browser and then opening the app. And it's going to ask you every single time to accept the terms of service, but every single time you don't have to do that process we just did. That's just the first time. Once you log in through the library, you'll be able to just open your app every time and it will remember you. So it already knows who I am. It saves all my courses in there. So if I go to my course history, I can see all of the videos I was just watching. And it remembers specifically, I had not watched any of this yet, just a bit of the middle video. You see the, hopefully you can see that. But yeah, it remembers exactly where I am. So that's really nice to move back and forth between the two. It's just not as easy to get into the app, but once you set it up, it's pretty great. I would also say that the app's not as great for browsing. You can see it doesn't give me as many options to explore on the homepage, but it is really good for going back and forth between the two, and if you're on multiple devices. So that is what the app looks like. I'm going to stop sharing that. Again, that was a very quick overview of Lynda. There's so much in there. There's so much to learn. A lot of opportunities to increase your professional development, maybe learn some new skills if you want a new job, or just you're interested in new things for your own personal interest. There's a lot to learn and definitely a lot to explore. So hopefully you feel more comfortable diving in and trying it out.